Welcome to Cut the BS with Holly and Rachel.
We are here to help you ditch the overwhelm, stop second guessing, and reconnect with what truly fuels your body, your mind, and your life.
No fluff, no filters, just real talk that helps you feel strong, aligned, and unstoppable. Whether you're on a walk, commuting, or sipping your favorite matcha, this is your space. Welcome, everybody, to your favorite podcast, Cut the BS. If you don't know by now, what are you doing? My name is Rachel, aka Ray Ray, aka Bon Bon, and with me is probably the best co-host in the world,
Holly, aka Holly, and if you don't know by now, you probably live under a rock.
Yep. Where are you? Under a rock, in the middle of the desert, where no one is around you, because you clearly haven't heard. So today we are talking about chasing shiny things. Okay. What do you mean by that, Rachel? Well, let me answer. Chasing shiny things, we all have our moments where we've chased the shiny thing. We see these wellness trends in social media, whether it be a new supplement on the market, whether it be the red light therapy, whether it be these vibration plates that be shaking you all up in your closet. And so today we're really going to talk about, are those things worth the hype? Are they BS? Should we be chasing said shiny thing? Or are some of these shiny things chase worthy?
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Coming soon. So Holly, I know that you and I have had so many conversations about all of the wellness trends that we see on social media, things that even almost bamboozle us. So why don't you go ahead and start us off with something that you see a lot and just kind of share your opinion on it and kind of what your thoughts are.
Yeah. Well, I would just like to say this podcast originated from things like this. Literally sitting on the couch talking about, what are these people even talking about? I can't even remember what the trend was at the time because it was literally that. It was just a trend. It had its moment and then it dulled out. The shine got less. And so just again, before we jump in, as hard as it is to not let the shininess and the newness and the what seems like fun excite you and, get you into your wellness journey, maybe, don't let it be overcomplicated. Wellness does not have to be overcomplicated. There are, a handful of basic things we need to be taking care of. Outside of that, everything else is just extra. You can add it or you cannot, but as long as you've got, your handful of things rocking, you're probably pretty good. So just in the era of social media and seeing all these new things and as things phase in and phase out, stick to what you know, decide, what is for you and what is not, and leave the rest and be okay with that. But I think first and foremost is something that is ever evolving, and that is supplements. And I am not going to sit here and say that supplements are complete BS. They serve their purpose. They do supplement for certain people, for certain things. But at the same time, I think they are overused, and a lot of value is placed on those and not on sleep, water intake, regular movement, nutrient-dense foods, stress management. Again, those handful of things that we can control. We're spending money on supplements when we don't even have our basics together yet.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And it's in the name, right? A supplement is meant to supplement the good things that you're already doing. And I mean, I don't know about you, Holly. I'm definitely not saying that all supplements are bad because they're not. The supplements can be really great if used properly. I think where you and I are at a point where we're like, we're not really sure about this is when people are trying to replace, proper nutrition or replace proper sleep or replace hydrate like the basics like that you talked about when we're trying to replace those things or getting an adequate amount of those things with supplements. So for example, you get really bad sleep one night, so you kind of have to over caffeinate the next day so that you can stay awake and be productive. And while we all have those days, like I've definitely had those days where I only got 5 hours of sleep, and please pray for anyone and everyone who had to interact with me that day because I'm a 9 hour a night girl. So if I'm only getting 5, then the beast has been unleashed. And I've had to over caffeinate, and like it's been a supplement that I'm not super proud of. Um, so there are like the one-offs that happen, but a lot of times like I know that we talked about the greens powders that were super trendy and everyone was doing greens powders and like everybody was like, "Oh, this is the best thing that ever happened. Like it's so good for your gut health." And while it may be beneficial for your gut health, we're not discrediting that. You could just eat your broccoli. You know what I mean? Like you could just throw some sweet potatoes, some broccoli, some peas, some carrots, a salad maybe, and get the same benefits. So,
Fraction of the cost,
a fr
too.
yes, because those are the greens powders are pricey.
Yeah, and I think that's another thing too, like, is the price point of some of these things actually worth it to you? And that's a decision that, you've got to decide, your finances, not my business. But is the price point of adding a daily greens actually worth it? Or could you take that $30 for typically it's $30 for like 15 servings. So let's call it $60 a month for daily greens because if you're going to take a greens powder, you do need to take it every day. I know people who only take it when they're like, oh, I'm getting ready to go out tonight. I'm going to take this basically so I can shit my brains out and be skinty. Not how that works, baby girl. Not how that works.
Who do you know that is doing that? Dear God.
I know quite a few girly pops. Well, I don't know if they're
Mm.
still doing it. I'm going to hope that they're not, but they definitely were back in like college, post college eras.
Oh. And look, if
Yeah.
there's one thing we all know, and if you don't know, now you do know, is that Holly Ramsey is gonna let y'all know about your budget. Let me tell you. Her and Kaylin
Listen,
Ramsey, besties. They're gonna budget for all of us.
I will tell you if it's worth it or not worth it. And I don't think greens are always worth it. That's for sure. Because again, like $60 a month, what amount of fruits and veggies and beans and uh, good things for you can you buy with that $60? Like,
So
not
many.
to get on a rant, but like people complain about the price of groceries, but then spend that same amount on something to like be a cure all for them. That's just not
Yeah.
the reality. Also, maybe your bloating is coming from your lack of sleep.
Let them know. Let them know. And it's just like, I think too, like, it would be a little different if maybe you had some greens powders. Let's say you're traveling a lot and food is just nuts and you just need to take the greens powders to kind of supplement in some of the things that you might need. Great, fine, do it. Love it. If that works for you, that works for you. But if you don't just eat your damn broccoli, I mean, it's really not that serious. And, I was saying this to a client the other day, like, I get it, okay? Veggies are boring. They're boring, okay? They're boring. They're not shiny, they're not new, they're boring. But you can season it up a little bit. You can spice it up a little bit. You can put some little low-cal sauce on it and make it spicy. I mean, where's the creativity, people? Where's the creativity?
If you don't like eating healthy foods, it's because you don't know how to cook.
Oh,
Not to be rude, not to be harsh. Literally start seasoning your food, saucing your food, and you might enjoy eating boring food.
she said you don't
I'll
know how to
die on that hill,
cook.
Rachel.
She will
Rachel,
die on
the
it.
espresso is making me a little spicy today.
I know. Look, you're coming for everyone's neck.
Nobody is safe in these parts, I'm telling you.
And listen, if you don't know how to cook or you don't know how to sauce it up or spice it up, you best be taking your happy butt to Pinterest or go to TikTok. and
You're already
search.
there.
And right, you're already there scrolling, doom scrolling, so you might as well, what is a nice sauce for broccoli? What's a new salad dressing that I can make? Like, literally type in anything, and I guarantee you someone's made a TikTok with a great recipe.
Mhm.
Macro-friendly veggie sauce.
Rachel, is this little for me?
Right, like I'm on a keyboard, even though when you're on TikTok, you're definitely here.
Yeah, on your
It's giving
phone.
millennial. It's giving millennial, and it shows. Um, so something else that and kind of still talking a little bit about the supplements because it's not just greens powders that we're talking about. And I even want to share some supplements that I think are really great. Like me personally, the things that I supplement are magnesium and creatine. Why do I do magnesium? I do magnesium. You can get a lot of that from like fruits and veg. I do eat fruits and veg. Okay, I'm not a hypocrite. Do I think they're boring? Yes. I'd really try to spice and sauce them up. But magnesium specifically is going to help with the gut. It's also going to make me sleep like a log. When I take magnesium before bed, I do the Garden of Life raspberry lemon like fizzy magnesium, which is delish. It's almost like a little treat drink before I go to bed. Um, I sleep so soundly and I love it. And so I will continue to do that until it no longer serves me. And then I also do creatine. I think we've probably talked about it before on here, but it is a very widely researched supplement. It's one of the best supplements that you can take. And it definitely helps when it comes to like muscle recovery, things like that. Now, do I need it? No. Is it supplementing something that I'm like negating from my like daily routine or my daily nutrition? No. But it's just kind of like an addition. And those kind of supplements I'm okay with. And a lot of people in the industry do it. And I also don't think that those two things are super shiny right now. They're just kind of like they were shiny for their moment, and now they're whatever, but they're still really beneficial.
Yeah. I also think, like, having a protein powder on hand can be really beneficial.
Mhm,
I had that I probably use a protein powder a day, um, on especially throughout the week when I'm busy with work, tossing it in a
mhm.
smoothie or in my overnight oats. It's just quick and it's easy, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Convenience. It's why I use a protein powder.
I did Truvani vegan protein powder for, like, a solid 2 years, and I love it. I love Truvani protein powder. I love that it's vegan. You still g like, with all the combinations of, like, powders that are in it, you do get all 9 essential amino acids, which I'm appreciative of because some plant proteins don't provide that. However, I am at a place right now where I would rather do just about anything besides have that protein powder. Not because it's bad. I almost wanted to say that I kind of burnt myself out a little bit. I was doing one every morning and I was doing it in the morning because I'm not a big breakfast eater. Like we usually have a late dinner. So in turn, when I wake up in the morning, like I still have some food going on. So I'm just like not hungry. But I'm not gonna caffeinate without food in my stomach because that's, like, a thing that it's not like an end all be all, but I know everything goes better for me if I have food in my stomach first or if I have that protein shake. But man, I bought some egg whites. I'm gonna try to do some, like, little at-home egg bites to make for breakfast because I just really am not feeling the protein powder these days.
I'll send you my recipe for egg bites. I got you.
Yes, please. Yes, please. But that being said, I still do have it on hand for, like, a rough day.
Yeah.
Um, and have you ever tried the PB Fit, like, powdered peanut butter?
A long time ago in my diet culture era, for
Right.
sure. I
Okay.
would
And
like to
what did you think?
re-implement it. It wasn't bad. I just convinced myself, like, it's okay to have the fat from peanut butter,
Mhm.
and I still believe that, and sometimes it is nice to have, like, a lower calorie option, especially in a smoothie where sometimes
Mhm.
that peanut butter just ends up on the side of your cup, and I hate scrubbing that off.
Right. Yeah. I bought it I bought it like, over it's been a while. It's been in my cabinet for a while, and we just don't use it. But the other day, I was really craving, like, a big spoonful of peanut butter. Now, I didn't have any peanut butter. All I have is freaking almond butter in my dang cabinet, and I was like, "Darn it, like, I want peanut butter, like, I want peanut butter." So, I was like, "Ooh, I have this." I was like, let me try it." And it was actually pretty good, to the point where I cut up a little apple, and I was dipping the apple in the little peanut butter that I had to mi was powder, and I had to mix it with water.
Okay.
Pleasantly surprised. I think I might have to re-up my subscription on that. It's not a
Yeah,
subscription, but yeah, it was
that's
delish.
interesting. See, I've never done it like that. I have before tossed it in like Greek yogurt to give like a vanilla Greek yogurt flavor. Um, but I've never just done it as the directions say to use it.
She's never actually followed the directions.
So supplements can be beneficial.
Yeah,
They serve their time and their place, and they're not right and they're not wrong, and you don't have to have them in order to be on a wellness journey. Like, you take
right.
creatine. I used to take creatine, and then I started to negate other areas, specifically my nutrition, and I was like, "I'm not gonna pay for creatine if I can't stick to the basics," which maybe sounds counterintuitive. If you're not gonna do that, at least replace it, but that's not in my mind, that's not how I wanna rock and roll around here. If I can't do the basics, I don't get the luxury item. So,
I can't.
I know. Doesn't really make sense, but
Holly
it makes
Ramsey
sense
is
in my
gonna
head.
is gonna be strict on herself.
So, maybe that should be my new, intro name, Holly, AKA Holly Ramsey.
Look, might as well. That's
But,
funny.
I mean, like, for real though, like, it's just not worth the money to me. And I hope to one day, start including it again now that I am a little bit more, like, back on my ish, if you will.
And I definitely see it like, I can tell a difference in my recovery when I'm consistently taking it. Now, whether that's placebo effect or it's real, the studies say it's real, but I still believe in a little good old placebo effect, you know? I definitely see a difference. But are there any other like supplements that you think are really popular right now that people are taking that you feel a little sus about?
I don't know if this one is super popular right now. I know it was really popular when I first started really getting into weightlifting in like 2018, 2019. I don't know if it's a beginner's thing, like it's one of the first things you're kind of push, or if it's just like it was shiny then and now it's no longer shiny, but BCAAs.
Mm,
Those are, in my opinion, a bigger scam than greens.
okay.
Because if you have a really balanced diet and you're getting lots of different sources of protein, especially like protein from meats, you should be getting all of your amino acids. You shouldn't really struggle.
Right. And just to clarify, because I just had to Google it because I be forgetting. BCAAs are a couple of those amino acids. So it's 3 essential amino acids, that are crucial for, like, muscle building, energy recovery. So,
In my
because you
opinion,
s
you're just paying for expensive flavored water with BCAAs. If you're
yeah,
getting in good protein, which in the beginning stages of your fitness journey, that's like one of the things that everybody's hammering home about is like, make sure you're
yeah,
getting in your protein. I think
yeah.
that's definitely a big scam. Are there any that you see that you're like, I don't know about that one?
Um, it's not maybe not super shiny and new, but pre-workout is something that was definitely thrown in my face when really got into the industry, which for those of you that don't know, pre-workout is basically just like some vitamins and minerals that give you energy before you work out. A lot of times it has caffeine in it. It's basically something you take before you work out, pre-workout, in order to have the energy to work out, which if you're properly fueling your body, you should have energy anyway. And I say that as someone who does consume caffeine in the AM, but I took it for a little bit and stopped taking it because of the way it was making my heart feel made me a little worried and suspicious. So I was like, we're not going to take this anymore. Although I will say, when I did take it, I did feel like I could do probably every exercise in the Moorhead Rec and Wellness Center and
Mhm.
still have energy to do other things. So,
Yeah. I think I like the effect of pre-workout without the caffeine and I forget what the name of it in it that makes you really itchy. Oh, that makes me want to just crawl out of my own skin. So I know a lot of people or supplement companies are now making like a pump that is non-caffeinated and doesn't have that in it. And you get that
mm,
same like effect where you are like really locked in on your workout and you don't have the extra caffeine because some pre-workouts, y'all, are over your daily recommended dose.
mm,
That's
tell 'em.
crazy. That's crazy.
And even like I mean, dare we even get on the subject of Celsius and Alani News and Monsters and Reigns, and I mean, the energy drink industry is nuts.
Mhm.
Now, I am a fellow recovering Alani Nu addict. I used to drink them every day. I used to drink them every day when I worked in a gym facility, and they definitely give you energy. I think they have like 200, mind you, the recommended date, like the max that you should take in caffeine wise per day, they say is 400 milligrams. Now, I don't know who's taking it 400 plus milligrams, but are you okay? Like, are you
Yeah.
well? Because those had 200, and I would have one, and I felt like I was like shaking, like vibrating. You know what I mean? What's your thought on energy drinks?
I think so I personally have, like, maybe 2 Alani News a week. I love the little, like, girly pop of it all. I love the flavor they provide, but I also notice, like, my skin does not love the biotin, the excess biotin if I'm
Mhm.
drinking them any more than that. But energy drinks in general, I just feel like they're misunderstood in the fact that, like, "Oh my god, if you drink one of those, you're gonna die." Well,
Mhm.
not necessarily. And I so often see, like, if you go to the gas station super early in the morning when, like, blue collar men are, getting their stuff for the day in the gas station, they're buying, like, 2 to 3 Monsters. And it's like, "Is that for the week or for the day, babe?"
Right.
So I just think people overconsume, and
Yeah.
it's like, I've seen people in the gym dry scooping pre-workout, chasing it with an energy drink. They're getting like
Are you well?
500
Are they
milligrams of
okay?
caffeine to the dome in seconds.
Mm, so dangerous. Yeah, I definitely think the issue is not that they exist. I think it's that people abuse the power of the energy drink. I think it's something to be considered like, how does your body respond to all those added vitamins and minerals? How often are you drinking them? Are you getting proper sleep? Are you fueling your body efficiently? Because ultimately, like if you drink, like I have friends that will drink like a half of one a day, and like that's fine. I mean, I drink my matcha every day, or I drink, my Nespresso every day. So it's relatively the same thing, but I think it being mindful is so important because I was clearly overdoing it when I worked in the facility that I used to work in and was so unwell from it.
Yeah. And like you said, sleep. Like if you're not getting sleep and you're taking in too much caffeine, that is a recipe for anxiety, high blood pressure, high stress, all the things not great for your body.
Yeah. And I think,
So,
like, all in all, we mentioned this in the last, or I mentioned this in the last episode from this TikTok that you and I shared between each other about like all these things are really great, but like let's look at what your norm is. And like you said earlier, like what are your basics? So your basics are, are you getting quality sleep? Are you eating nutrient dense foods? Are you hydrating properly? Are you moving regularly? Are you managing your stress? Like those are your basics. Like what is Holly doing to manage these things? Is she doing well in those things before adding in the supplements? And we're going to talk a little bit as well about like the red light therapy, the vibration plates, the cold plunges, like all these other very trendy things. You have to look at what you're doing now, block out your time. I'll say it again, like block out your time and like really evaluate. And if you don't feel like you can adequately evaluate, find someone who can, to see where you can improve in those areas first, and then maybe thinking about adding in a couple things that might serve you well.
Yeah. Ultimately, we're just trying to prevent you from wasting your time, energy, and money on things that, sure, they might produce some results, but is it better than the results of if you just lock in on the things Rachel just mentioned?
Yeah, for sure. So, on that note, let's talk about a couple other trendy things or thoughts on them. Um, Red light therapy. We've seen the masks on TikTok, okay, on Instagram Reels. We've seen the crazy, like, it looks like psychopath masks. I personally don't. I mean, I know that it's supposed to be like good for your skin. It's supposed to help with like fine lines and wrinkles. I guess there's benefit to that, but what are your thoughts?
I think you and I are both relatively like big skincare girlies. Like we care about what we're
Mhm.
putting in our bodies because it does come out on our skin and what we're putting on our face. We have solid morning and solid nighttime routines with our skincare and we
Mhm.
stick by it. And I just don't think red light therapy is worth the cost of the mask because, again, like, are you even drinking enough water? Do you know that a lot of skincare is how your skin looks is a direct correlation to the water you're intaking? How much water? Are you intaking too much dairy and your skin's not reacting well? Are you taking in whey protein instead of vegan protein? That's a big trigger for some people. Energy drinks is a big trigger. Like, again, what other areas can we focus on before we focus on this? Like, I don't know how much it costs. How much does it cost? Like 70 to $120, I would assume, for a good
It's
quality
so
one.
unclear because 'cause I've never even considered it. Let's look.
It
Red
also just
light.
looks like I would feel claustrophobic.
Oh, right.
Like, I don't know.
So, I Googled it, and it looks like it's like around about $400 for the good ones, it looks like. You can get one from CVS for 50. Is it gonna be good? Nobody knows. Holly Ramsey's going nuts right now. Her brain can't compute. She's confusion.
Do you know how many facials you could get for that amount of money?
Probably 4.
You could get 4 to 6, depending on the facial. I feel like that facial is at least a little bit more customized to me and my skin and what's currently going on. Or I could spend that same money on good quality skincare that will also help with fine lines and wrinkles.
Yeah.
What are your
I
thoughts, Rachel?
I mean, if I had like, if someone were to gift me one, would I use it? Yeah, you know? Like, or, eh, like, would I use it if I had it? Yes. Would I spend $400 on it? No. It's a no for me. Not because I'm so against it and I think it's stupid, because I don't. Like, I know that there are benefits to it, but again, like you said, like, I know that my butt don't get drink enough water each day. I know. I be trying, but here I am, lured in by the poppies, which I do think have water in them, sparkling, to be exact. So, yeah, it's a no for me. If someone were to gift it to me, thanks. I'll take it, I'll use it, but I'm not gonna spend money on it.
Yeah. And it's not a cure all, right? Like I think that's the end thing with all of these things is that it's not right and it's not wrong. And it is never going to be one single thing is never going to cure all. Like even sleep with bad nutrition and poor exercise habits isn't going to make you a super healthy person. It'll
Right.
make you healthier, but it's not the end all be all.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts, Rachel? I would love to know your thoughts. Another super trendy thing is the vibration plates. What are your thoughts?
Man. So for those of you that don't know, you basically stand on a little looks like a woogie board. Is it a woogie board? What are those boards called?
Boogie board?
Boogie board. A woogie board? What is a woogie board? I think I was thinking of a Ouija board. I rebuke that. Um, rebuke that in the name of Jesus. I'm sorry.
So far apart from
Uh,
each other.
wow. She forgot. Yeah, so it looks like a boogie board. You get on it, you turn it on, and it basically shakes your whole body. And the purpose of it is to stimulate your lymphatic system and to encourage lymphatic drainage. So, I mean, we have lymph nodes all over our bodies. When your face is puffy in the morning, it's because, your lymphatic system is just like a little full, a little puffy. Um, your body should naturally depuff and your lymph nodes should naturally do the things that they're supposed to do. I don't really know a lot about like the super sciencey part of it. It's a hard no for me because I'm not a puffy person. I don't know. Like I'm not are people swollen? Like what are
I don't
we
think people are using it for that, Rachel. I've seen people
Oh.
using it as like to decrease inflammation and soreness and lose weight. How the are you losing weight? What?
So they're using
Literally
it
just park in the back of the parking lot and get some more steps. If you're
uh,
willing to do the bare
she's
minimum,
upset.
just park in the back of the parking lot
She's
and get
upset.
extra steps. I'm telling you, this espresso
I
made
was
me
gonna say the
spicy
espresso
today.
shots are espressoing. You know what I mean?
So, yeah,
She
I
said,
don't
"If you
know
don't just
anybody
park in the
using
back
it.
of the parking lot and walk." I
I'm on a
love this
rampage
version.
today.
I love Holly Ramsey. She can come on the pod anytime. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean so they're using it for weight loss. Well, that's dumb. Um, you wanna know how you lose weight? You're in a calorie deficit. Like, really don't even get me started because I told you the last episode I told you last episode I said I usually struggle between balance and grace, and I'm usually more of a hard ass, okay? I acknowledge that about myself. I the way that you lose weight is you're in a calorie deficit. If you're not in a calorie deficit, you're not gonna lose weight. Vibration plates, I thought it was for lymphatic drainage, so I guess you're saying that people are trying to, like, lose weight.
I think
Yeah,
that's what it's for.
no.
That's not what it's being used as.
Oh, and what did you say? Soreness?
Like inflammation and soreness, yeah.
Inflammation.
Which, if it's increasing circulation to an extent, yes, it could help with that.
Yeah. I'm not saying these things don't
And
work. Like, it's just
right.
like, what for what? And how much are these? Now Rachel Ramsey needs to know. Vibration plate. So vibration plates range anywhere from 80 to $200, $2 to $300.
So we have $400 for red light, and let's just
Right.
call it 125 for a vibration plate. We'll meet in the middle. I saw somebody doing the vibration plate standing in front of or around or something, somehow getting red light therapy. I think they have like something that they stand in front of and it's not
Right.
like a mask. Imagine how much they're spending. I can't. I can't imagine. That pains me.
Holly Ramsey is really unwell.
I am.
Yes.
And I'm unwell because it's just like, you do you. Is it actually doing anything?
Yeah. I mean, like, I do think that these things do things. You know what I mean? Like, I think that they do things. I just like, is it that serious? I guess is my
I guess
question.
that's
Like,
what
is it
I'm
that
saying too.
serious?
Yeah. Is it that serious that it's worth that money?
Right. Right. And on that note, we can touch on cold plunges and saunas. Really big right now. Everybody's cold plunging, everybody's saunaing, you know what I mean? So, what do you think about those things?
I don't have an issue with either of those things. I think if
Mhm.
anything of the things we've already listed, those are the ones with more backed science to them. Now, to me, do I feel the benefits of a sauna any other way than, wow, I just really love to be in whatever temperature room that is. I don't even know what temperature they're typically at. I
Hot.
just love being sweltering hot, honestly. Hence why I
You
should
know where
live
it's
at the beach.
I was gonna say, you know where it's sweltering hot? I can give you a place you can
Yes.
move to right now and even have a neighbor that you know.
Exactly. And like ice baths, like I think we've talked about it. Like you use those when, you're recovering or you've had a few days back to back of volleyball and you feel like, you need that extra layer of
Mhm.
recovery. I think those can be beneficial for sure. And
Yeah.
at the same time, other things can also play a role in recovery and those sorts of other things that the other benefits that it can bring.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think, like, sauna's great. I too like to be in sweltering hot box/room. Um, I don't really sauna a lot. Like, there's one at my gym, but, um, it's honestly I it's more so for, like, relaxation for me, which I know is, like, weird because when you're in a room that hot, like, your heart rate does elevate and, like, it does things, that wouldn't really typically be paired with relaxation, but, like, there's something about being in that kinda heat that just, like, I don't know, sweating. Um, and obviously, like you mentioned, like, there is science behind it that do show benefits. And then when it comes to ice baths, I do supplement those from time to time, not super often. Um, I think it's more so for people that are really pushing their bodies to the limit, like performing athletes or someone who's, like, retired and, um, tries to play several days in a row when they probably shouldn't, like, it's a supplement for sure. But yeah, definitely more on board with those things than I would be with, like, the vibration plates or the red light therapy.
Yeah. Also, those are lower cost, like you said. Like yours is included with your gym membership. Mine's included with my gym
Mhm.
membership. You can make an ice bath at home. You can go like a
Yeah.
one-time fee at certain places. Just makes a little bit more sense.
Right. I like to be oblivious to spending. So,
Yeah. Well, but you have Kaylin Ramsey. I am
I
the
do.
Ramsey of our family.
Right.
So it has
I'm
to be
surrounded by
somebody.
them. It has to be someone glad it's not me. So basically, all in all, to all of our BS cutters out there. Supplements and, all these things that we mentioned, the supplements, the red light therapy, the, saunas, the cold plunges, the vibration plates, like they all can have benefit. And I think we've kind of went through that. I think it's a matter of us really encouraging you guys to look at your basics. Look at your hydration, look at your nutrition, look at your sleep, look at your stress management, look at your movement. And if those things are not in order, if those things are not together, then we need to get those together and then think about adding in, some of the little funsy supplement things that we want to add in. Now, that being said, you guys do you. We're just here to yap away and give you our unsolicited opinion, but that's, that's what we're on.
And you're listening. So you signed up for our opinions. So
Right. You
take it,
sure
leave
did.
it. I take it personally. I'm just saying unbiasedly. I think our opinions are
Yeah.
right.
Oh, right. When have I been wrong? Never.
Never. Can't think
Maybe
of
a
a
few
time.
times. Maybe I can't remember. If there I'm sure there was a time, but, like, I can't remember it, you know what I mean? So, why don't you guys let us know, what trendy thing have you seen that you think might be BS? Or if you know that it's BS, tell us why. And even give us your guys' thoughts on the red light therapy, the vibration plate, like kind of some of the things that we mentioned in this episode. And remember that you don't have to be perfect, you just have to be consistent. And consistency will compound and really help you reach the goals that you're wanting to reach. No matter where you're at in your journey of health and wellness, we should always be striving to be better. We should always be striving to progress and improve.
Moral of the story is there's always going to be new shiny things coming through. And sometimes it's the same things rebranded to catch our eyes in a different way, right? Stick to the basics, stick to what you know. You can have some fun with it for sure, but just don't let this extra fluff overwhelm you. And if it starts to overwhelm you, DM us, talk to us. That's literally what we're here to do, is cut through it with you guys. So until next time.
And that's a wrap on this episode of Cut the BS with Holly and Rachel. If today gave you a dose of clarity, confidence, or even just a good laugh, we've done our job.
Don't forget, wellness isn't about doing more. It's about doing what actually works for you. So take what hit home, leave the rest, and keep showing up as your strongest, realest self.
Be sure to follow, rate, and share this episode with someone who's ready to cut the BS and live with more intention. Until next time.